Good morning, good morning. This is Linda Susan Husser, aka the Shame Changer. And today I wanted to talk about, this is October, so it's Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And while it's not a subject or topic that most will talk about, or many will talk about, especially in the open, I don't think there's any shame in losing a baby or having a miscarriage. I don't think there's any shame in that, and that's why I call myself the Shame Changer, because it's time to start having those difficult conversations. And I've never really even, I've never talked about my pregnancy loss. I had two. And you know, some things it just takes time to really talk about. And I hadn't even really thought about the losses for a long time. And I belong to a lot of Facebook groups, and one of the girls in one of my groups posted that it was Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And I thought, wow, there's a month for that? Makes sense, but I just didn't realize that there was a month for that. And so I was thinking about how old would my baby be had she lived? And she'd be 20. I got pregnant the first time. Robert Lucas, if you're listening, that's my ex-husband. So he was there through all of this. I got pregnant, I think it was 95, and I had a miscarriage within like 3 months. And by the time I went back to my checkup, you know, your 6-week checkup, I was pregnant again, which blew my hair back, because I was pregnant again after suffering a miscarriage. And I had an infection. So I was pregnant with an infection. I just lost a baby 3 months previously, and now I was getting ready to go through it again. I was nervous. I was unsure. I didn't know if I was ready for it. Truth be told, my marriage wasn't doing that well at the time, and I was thinking, gosh, you know, like some people think a baby is what you need when your marriage isn't doing good, and I think it's exactly the opposite. I think a baby can really be what really puts a lot of stress on the marriage. But having said that, I'm pregnant again. I've got this infection. My marriage is kind of rocky, but it is what it is. So go home and just try to process that I'm pregnant again after just suffering a miscarriage. And it was a very, 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 very rocky pregnancy. I mean, I had to go on bed rest. There were a couple times I had to go to the emergency room because I was bleeding so bad that I would just sit on the toilet and just let the blood flow, because I knew I couldn't make it to the emergency room bleeding like that. And so I got on bed rest. I stayed with my mom because I needed someone who could help me out, take care of me, so to speak. Stayed with her. Everything settled down. I was about 6 months pregnant. I'd moved back home because I didn't go back to work because I was a hairdresser. But I was able to go back home, and everything was going good. You know, I had a specialist, a doctor who specialized in high-risk pregnancies, so that was going good. Going to my appointments, everything was working out. And just one day, I woke up and I realized I hadn't felt my baby move. I hadn't felt my baby move, and it was a girl. Her name was Somalia. I decided I wanted her to have a regal name, and Somalia is a beautiful country in Africa, so I named her Somalia. And I called the doctor. Hey, it's been about a day now that I think about it, and I haven't felt the baby move. He said eat something, and that should get her stirred up. So I ate something, and no kicking, no movement, and I called my doctor back, and he told me to go into the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room, and you just know when something's not right. Even though the doctors weren't saying something's not right, they were kind of looking at each other weird, and they put the thing on my stomach, and then another doctor came in and he put it on my stomach, and I'm thinking, well, you guys are all specialists. How many doctors does it take to figure out what's going on? And then finally they told me they couldn't detect a heartbeat, and I of course asked, what does that mean? And they said, well, we can't detect a heartbeat. And at this time, I'm just kind of worked up. I said, okay, again, what does that mean? And they say, Miss Husser, we don't think the baby made it. And I was thinking, wow, you don't think the baby made it? Okay. So what do we do now? And he told me that they would have to induce my labor, and that I would have to have her, because if she stayed in there, they don't know exactly when she died, but it could poison your system. And I thought, wow, okay, well, I guess we got to get her out. And it was really painful, because they have to literally give you something to make you dilate. Hi, Contessa. Of course. Yes, Contessa. So they give you something to make you dilate in your arm, but they actually physically put these things in your cervix to manually open you up. And that, to me, was the most painful thing that I've ever been through. Painful spiritually and mentally and physically. And so I'm in the room, and we're just waiting for the baby to come. And all this time I'm just thinking, like, I was thinking, that while God can be so good, there will be bad things that also happen. And I asked for the strength at that time to not understand what was going on, but just have the strength to go through it. And so the baby came. I just felt something, and the baby came. And I pushed the button on the side of the bed so that someone could come in and see about me. And the nurse came in, and she asked that I wanted to see her. And I said no. Because the heartbreak that I was going through, I thought it would kill me at that time if I actually saw my baby. So I said, no, just give me some time. I'll be okay. And I remember my mother coming up And I remember my ex-husband at the time coming up. And I remember not wanting to see or talk to anyone. Because in my grief, nothing could make it better but time. My mother couldn't make it better. My ex-husband couldn't make it better. I couldn't even make it better. Sometimes the only thing that can make it better is God and time. And I'm sharing this story because I was ashamed of the fact that I couldn't have children, or that I don't have kids. And you know, sometimes people are so insensitive because when they ask, do you have children, and you say no, they look at you like you're a leper. And it's like, do I tell her my story so that she can feel bad for asking? Or do I just smile and say, no, I don't have children? So thank you for listening. This is the first time I've shared this openly. It's been 20 years since Somalia died, and I'm sure she's smiling down on me, looking down on me. And just know, sometimes when we're asking people questions like, if they, you know, do you have children? Just know that if they say no, don't push. There could be a story behind that. And while I'm not a mother, I didn't physically give birth, I thank God for allowing me the opportunity to be pregnant, to feel my baby kick and move. Even though Somalia didn't make it, I have felt what pregnancy feels like. And there are some women out there, yes, is it Ratak? Yes, September 2011, so you know what I mean, you know what I've been through. And so I thank God for the opportunity to have been pregnant, to have felt my baby move. There are some women who haven't even felt that, so I don't look at not having my baby as a total loss. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to feel what, yes, I am a mother because I had life inside me, no matter how brief. You're absolutely right. And so I share this story because, like I said, I was ashamed that twice I could not keep my babies. But I know that hopefully whoever's listening, whoever tunes in later, who's been through this, will know that we're okay. We're okay. God saw a need for our babies. And I just thank God that I was able to, like I said, be pregnant, feel the baby kick, and carry life. I did have a chance, and I did carry life, no matter how briefly. So I am the shame changer. I am no longer ashamed of not being able to carry my baby to full term. I'm glad that I was able to share this live and direct, and that whoever this message is for, I hope it finds you healing. I hope it finds you whole, and I hope it finds you on the path to wellness. I have created a private Facebook group, a secret Facebook group called Brave Conversations, because it's not, my group isn't just about infant loss. It's about those conversations that we don't have, that we keep inside, that we need to share, that there's some other people out there in the world who can grow from, oh my word, 11 miscarriages. Wow, is it Ratak? My heart goes out to you, sister. It goes out to you. It really does. I have the Brave Conversations Facebook group. I'm just starting it. It's going to be secret. And if you'd like to be a part of it, like I said, it's not just about infant loss or pregnancy. It's just about those deep conversations that we do not talk about. And I'm creating a safe community. You can come talk about your abortions, your pregnancy loss, your infidelities, your bankruptcies, your addiction, your weight issues, whatever it is that you want to talk about. It will be in the Brave Conversations group, because it's time that we started having these brave conversations. So inbox me and I will add you to the group. And if you know of anyone who you feel would be a benefit from the group, just have them inbox me. And yes, just have them inbox me. So thank you so much, guys. I feel so much better. I've held that in for a long time. And I really appreciate you listening in. Please share this video to all of those who you think would be able to receive some benefit. Like I said, Brave Conversations, message me and I will add you to the group. Thank you so much. Have a very blessed and thoughtful Thursday. I appreciate you.